Ignite! No further! This should do it!
I let my guard down.
Try harder! It's over! Lunar Rondo!
Let the marksman
Try
handle
harder!
this. I never miss.
There! Take this!
I'll bring you back from death to
Swallow Blade! Slash!
Another incantation ruined.
What was I
Can't
thinking?
end here!
Ground and toe.
Here.
I'll bring you back from death to bit. Resuscitation! Time to shine. Not like this.
Forgive me.
I was overcome.
Now you see what I can do. Rotating pile driver. I let my guard down.
Try harder!
And outside.
This one's mine. Here's a healing. Flaming meteor! I'm gone.
Swallow Blade! Elusive
Turn
Beacon!
away.
It's over!
Flaming meteor!
Try harder! It's on! Burn in hell!
I'm only
Take it!
getting started.
It's over!
By the power of water.
Piercing roar!
You
will
suffer. Talon Hurricane! Radiant Evil God! Here, let me hurt off. Behold, my power. I never miss. Her Master Core. Not while I'm around, she isn't. Igneous,
I'll finish you right now!
Meteor!
Slash! Swallow Blade!
Talon Hurricane!
Slash!
Piercing Roar! I'll never forgive you.
What?
I'll take you down! You don't scare me!
Go for it, Rinwell!
Hit her now!
Here I come!
Tiger Blade!
Swallow dance!
Going in!
Not today!
Talon Hurricane! Crescent Moon!
Take this!
Healing Tiger Blade!
No escape! Slash! Swallow Blade!
Eat this!
Take this!
Here and now!
Will.
Take that!
Glacial Spear! Here's evil! Going in! Free punch!
Sturda!
Evil God!
Sturda!
Behold.
Or steal! Tiger Blade! My watch!
Eat this! Sturda!
Flaming Meteor!
Lunar Rondo!
I'm gone! I'm just getting started! Tiger Blade!
The winds of judgment blow your way. Fall before impending calamity. Now you see what I can do.
Chaotic disaster!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone.
You murdered my mother and father. But I'm not like you.
Rinwell.
Even now, I hate you. But here I am, unable to let go. Honestly, even if I took my hatred out on you here and now, it wouldn't make me feel any better in the long run. I realize that now. So, I won't kill you. I'll take you in, and make damn sure justice is served the right way.
You would dare mock me with your foolish, useless pity? A Dahnan, nothing more than a mere slave. I won't allow you to...
It's not about what you think. Or being Dahnan or Renan. Because you'll atone for the crimes you committed. And that's all.
It's that swordsman again. Oh, Lord Volron, what brings you here? No, forgive me. I've forgotten myself. Please allow me to make it up to you, my lord.
Silence now, wretched snake. Does it hurt? It should. That pain is proof you're still alive. Enjoy it.
Volron. Years ago, the Lord of Ganath Haros met a sudden death. His successor was a man by that very name, Volron.
And like a restless lover, I've come back for more.
Stop right there!
Think you can cut me down? What?
Wait, what just happened to him? Alvin! Say something! Let go of me! Let me go!
Gianna!
Alvin!
Sion!
Alvin!
Come and find me, if you truly are the Sovereign. After all this time, I'll be free from this hell. I can finally go home. I doubt I'll ever see this place again. Might as well walk the block once more for old time's sake. As usual, nobody wants to explain anything to me. They just threaten and harass me instead. What does everyone think I am? Some sort of talking pet? They're the ones that dragged me all the way up here in the first place. Bastards. I shouldn't have bothered coming out. Might as well head back to my room. I just wanted to go back. To Dena. To my home.
Alphen.
Leori. Niori! No! Wait, please. Wait, I... What was that? That... How long ago was that? That's right. Shion. Oh, right. That's what pain felt like. So much for it all being a bad dream. Where am I? Where is everyone? I need to find them. Better start looking. Niori. Shion. Damn it.
blade! Swallow blade! You're finished! Crush! Slash! Try harder! Take care! Rising Wyvern! Take this! Swallow blade! Crush! Eternal devastation! No escape! Swallow blade! This should do it! Take this! You're mine! Slash! Swallow blade! It's over! Eternal devastation! Crush! Eternal devastation! Crush! Eternal devastation! This one's all mine! Eat dirt! Eternal devastation! Crush! Take this! I'm not done! Eternal... This is looking good. This should do it. I'm not... Eternal devastation! Swallow blade! I'm not done! Eternal devastation! Crush! Slash! You're mine! Lunar Rondo! Here I come! Crush! Eternal devastation! There! Crush! You're my... Crush! Crush! This one's all mine! You picked the wrong fight! Crush! You're my... Crush! Eternal devastation! Crush! This should do it! Swallow blade! Eternal devastation! Try harder! Eternal devastation! Mirage! Ah!
Alvin?
Finwell!
What happened just now? Normally you'd be able to take that thing with your eyes closed.
Thank goodness you're alive. Are you all right?
Yeah.
I'm just glad we found you in one piece. You were the only one still missing. There's a village back the way we came from, Thistleim. Kisara and La are already there.
Finwell, where are we?
Ganeth Haros, Volron's realm. Remember?
Ushered by the waves straight to the enemy stronghold. A rare stroke of luck, it would seem.
Luck?
If Volron's here, that means Shion's close too, right?
Shion? Oh. Right. Of course.
Are you sure you're feeling okay? You seem a little off.
He's probably just exhausted. Let's save the catching up for when we're back at the village.
You sense one of your pals, Hootle?
Allow me to
Rising
help
Wyvern! Lunar Rondo!
Another incantation ruined.
Here I come! Rupture!
Elusive
Rising
deity!
Wyvern!
I'll face you!
Tear! Hurricane Thrust! Tear! Lunar Rondo!
Tempest!
Tear!
Catapult!
Crush!
Darling!
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis!
An astral art?
That's my cue!
Eat dirt!
Shut him down!
Not in your dreams!
Rotating pile driver!
You're mine! Swallow
Resonate with
Blade!
the
Radiant
earth!
Storm! War without me!
Crush!
Long flight!
Swallow Blade!
Air pressure!
Swallow Blade!
Wind astral
Eternal
energy!
devastation! No
I'm ready!
escape!
Rinwell! Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis!
I can feel my power growing!
Speaking of Thistleim, it's populated by Danans, but they're not under the rule of any lord. Pretty refreshing, huh? The whole town was built by Danan defectors, escapees from elsewhere. This area's teeming with stray Zeugles, though, so heaven only knows how they managed to set up a community here. The ordeal seems to have left them understandably on edge. Kisara and La are back there right now trying to convince them of our good intentions. Say, Alphen, it looks like you got your face back then.
Yeah.
And your sense of pain, too, it would seem. Any connection?
Really? Oh, but that means...
Probably.
I wonder if Alphen's going to be okay.
For now, I believe we should hold off on speculation and simply keep an eye on him.
Right. You're saying we should check the owl forest? Do you sense one of your friends, Hootle?
Alphen! Boy, am I glad to see you safe.
Well, did you manage to convince them we're not in league with any lord?
Yeah, eventually.
When the ship sank, I thought we were done for. Guess the world just couldn't keep us apart.
Yeah, and now we can finally go rescue Xion.
There's something I need to tell you guys first. I got my memory back.
So, what did you remember? Are you able to tell us now?
Give the man some space, Law.
I remember being up on Lenegis.
Go on.
I was abducted from Dano. I was told if I ever wanted to return home, I'd have to cooperate. So that's what I did. Next thing I knew, they had made me into the Sovereign.
You mean to say you won the crown contest? As a Dahnan?
No. They kept me locked in a strange facility. They experimented on me, like I was nothing more than an animal. There were others, but only I survived. Of course, I wasn't really a king. The reality was that they treated me worse even than the lowest slave. The only reason I survived was because my body was able to withstand the Sovereign's power that they placed inside me.
The crest that appeared behind you on Almeidria's ship must have undoubtedly been that of the Sovereign. It all makes sense now. Your affinity with the Blazing Sword, and the strange powers you possess, they were all because you were the Sovereign.
Okay, but why would the Renans go out of their way to give you all that power? Just what exactly does being the Sovereign entail?
They said it was for something called the Spirit Channeling Ceremony. They taught me how to harness my power for when the big day came. As for what the ceremony was actually for, unfortunately, I never found out.
So if what you're saying about being on Lenegis is true, then maybe you really did meet Xion. After all, you said you recognized her from somewhere, right?
But Xion said she'd never seen him before. How do you explain that?
I was wrong. It wasn't Xion I knew from Lenegis. It was Nayori. She was a Renan maiden they paired me with during the spirit channeling ceremony. She's the woman I kept seeing in my dreams.
A maiden? What?
Wait, so this Naori figure just happens to be the double of Shion? Bit coincidental, isn't it?
Naori's family name was Imerys.
Imerys? As in Shion Imerys?
So they're distant relatives or something? Wait, or are they sisters?
Your guess is as good as mine. All I know is it was Naori. She's the one who put the mask on me.
The mask? But why?
To keep my soul from devouring itself over the guilt. After what I did on Lenegis. Over the lives I took.
Lives? You mean you staged a rebellion?
Perhaps it was a part of this spirit channeling ceremony?
I don't know. Whatever it was that the spirit channeling ceremony was supposed to achieve, it didn't turn out as planned. I lost consciousness halfway through. By the time I came to, Lenegis was a sea of flames. I opened my eyes to see Naori there, weeping. I shudder to think of how many deaths I caused that day. Certainly more than any of these lords can claim, I'm sure.
You really expect us to believe this? First the Sovereign, then Lenegis? You couldn't possibly have done all that.
I wonder. In ancient scripture, there is tell of a terrible calamity that befell Lenegis, nearly destroying it. The restoration took years, and required the work of countless laborers.
By ancient, you mean...
It predates the crown contest, to a time before even the first Renan invasion of Dana. More than 300 years ago.
300? But that'd make Alphen...
That's right. I'm pretty much an antique of a human being. Deep down, maybe I already knew.
Alphen...
Some hero, huh? Cooperating with the same villains who snatched me from my home, committing mass slaughter, only for it to slip my mind. Then when I finally remember, turns out I'm so old I've got scripture written about me. So much for standing up to injustice. I've probably got more blood on my hands than all the lords combined!
Alphen, stop! Honestly, I'm not going to pretend to understand what all this means. But what I do know is that right now, you're just reacting to the shock.
Kisara.
Listen, what you really need is time. Time to process things and get your head straight. Truth be told, I think that probably goes for all of us.
What about Shion? We can't just...
I'm worried about Shion too, Law. But it's clear that Alphen's in no fit state to fight. This is Volron, remember? Even at full capacity, it's practically a suicide mission. We stay put in the village till we're ready. Okay, everyone? Take some time to think things through, okay? But remember, we're all here for you if you need us. No matter how dark things might seem, you're not alone, Alphen.
Thank you.
It's fine. All right, everyone. Let's break for now.
Do I even have the right to fight? Do I have the right to go to Shion's rescue? What do the others think?
You're certainly full of surprises, aren't you?
Trust me, it's not intentional.
Sorry, that was insensitive of me. Though, there's still an awful lot I wish I could understand. Every new piece of information seems only to yield further mysteries. The truth feels just as elusive as when we first started. I am well aware of where you got your powers. But why, as a Dahnan, do you bear the same crest as the current Renan sovereign? More to the point, why choose a Dahnan for their sovereign in the first place? And then there is the Maiden, a figure so powerful, she's playing yin to the sovereign's yang in esoteric ceremonies. And yet, I've never even heard of her. Then again, this all occurred 300 years ago. What if the term sovereign doesn't even hold the same meaning as it did back then? Listen, I may be a traitor among my people, but I am still Renan, born and raised. I learned the same history, listened rapt to the same tales. And yet now I feel like there was little truth to any of it.
Speaking of which, there's something else that I remember from the spirit channeling ceremony. It used the Renis Alma.
You're certain?
Yes. Or at least that's what they called it. Only you would know if it was one and the same.
Oh, I have never laid eyes on the real artifact myself. And you never participated in a crown contest. You're not even Renan. Many mysteries lay buried in these 3 centuries past.
3 centuries is more than several lifetimes. Was I really out that long?
Well, I'm only estimating based on historical record. But all the facts would seem to point that way.
Who the hell am I?
If I may be frank, we have even bigger fish to fry than that. By comparison, the far more important question at hand is, just what does it all mean?
Frank, huh?
Sometimes, we need a little help in addressing the truth behind our pain. Not to compete over lives lost, but I suspect your count is still somewhat beneath mine.
Thanks for lending me an ear. And sorry for being a bother.
Please, no thanks are necessary. The quicker you get back on your feet, the sooner we can all get back out there.